This is a great honor for every fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I'm honored to be in the NFL.
What can I say? Mamba out.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy J McLovin, along with Big Lynn, Tony, and Gonzo on Overreaction Monday. Hey, like they always said at the club, last night all I kept playing was "Turn Down for What." What a time, yeah. Tony.
Hey, let's jump right into it, guys. I thought we'd start with college today and then jump into NFL. But first, I wanted to bring up the big story in college football right now. One of the big stories is Lane Kiffin going to LSU. Get you guys' thoughts on it. Mine, real quick. I don't have a problem with the guy going. College football needs to change something. I mean, now he's not going to coach his team. Some coaches are leaving. Some coaches are staying. It's just kind of a bad situation. They've got to change that because there's not him. And I thought we'd go into it tomorrow. There's already been like 7 or 8 coaches changes, and I think it's going to affect other teams too, possibly playoff teams, not just besides. And could this affect their team? Could it affect Kiffin's team of getting in? Could it make a difference in the ranking now that he's gone? So it's a big thing. I particularly don't like it. Kiffin did offer to stay and coach the team. Of course, I understand the team Mississippi's viewpoint. Yeah, let you stay around our players and coaches and recruit more people to go with you. So I kind of understand that viewpoint too. So it's kind of a tough situation for all parties. I thought Kiffin had a good thing going for Mississippi. He's offered a lot of money. LSU's going to pay a lot of money in players too. So I can't say he's wrong for leaving. I just wish the situation was different on the timing. But I'm not going to blame him. I mean, you got to do what you think's best for you. Chris, your thoughts on Lane Kiffin?
Yeah, a lot of people are saying this hurts his reputation, and this I don't think it. To me, it shouldn't. You have opportunity to take what you think is a better position for you and your family, and because of the NCAA rules, you have to make a decision at a bad time. Like you have to make this decision now because the portal starts in January. The your signing for high school recruits starts like this week or next week, and then there's a dead period on that. So like if you're going to go, you have to make that decision now. And does it suck for Ole Miss? Yes, it sucks for them, but I don't think it's as big a deal as it used to be because a lot of people, he turned his back on his team, his players that he recruited there, and they thought he was going to be there. It's not like that anymore with the NIL. These players can leave anytime they want. They leave year to year as well. So these players don't get as upset about a coach leaving like they used to because everybody understands what the business is. From what I've read, the team wanted him to keep coaching through the playoffs, even though he was leaving, but the athletic director wouldn't allow
it. Do you agree with that?
I see it both ways. I mean, I see why the athletic director don't want him to because he's going to be taking a lot of those coaches with them and a lot of them players with them to LSU. So, but to me, you're letting your personal feelings get in it. Where I think if I was in that position as athletic director, I'd left it up to the team. Leave it up. Everybody says it's about the kids and he's turning his back on the kids. Well, if it's really about the kids, let the kids decide. Hey, you guys want him to coach you the rest of the season, even though he's leaving, or do you want somebody else? Why not let the team decide? They're the ones that have to go play the games anyway. But I mean, I see it kind of both ways. But I think the best thing to do would have been to let the kids decide. I think Kiffin went to LSU because of the recruiting. You don't have to recruit the whole nation when you're at LSU because you get so much so many 4 or 5 star recruits locally that just want to play for LSU because that's where they're from.
Yeah.
So it's going to help. It'll help on that. Where at Ole Miss, yeah, he has a good thing going right now, but is it going to be sustainable to be able to keep that? Is he going to be able to get that, find that quarterback? He had Jackson Dart, and this guy he had this year was pretty good. Is he going to be able to keep that up? Where at LSU, you're going to have more money. You're going to have the kind of inbuilt recruiting because of all the athletes in the Louisiana area. So I think it was just, I think that's what drew him there over to decide to go there over Ole Miss.
Yeah, I know he said the issue wasn't money. I think he was going to get paid. He could get paid just as much as Mississippi. So I don't think that was, at least not for his pay.
One more thing. I'll tell you what, him, and I know a lot of it's his agent. Or agent's a bad dude. Have you seen what he got put in this contract?
No.
If Ole Miss wins games in the playoffs, and say Ole Miss was to win the national championship, the incentives that Lane Kiffin was supposed to get from Ole Miss,
he gets LSU.
LSU is going to pay him those incentives. So if Ole Miss keeps winning in the playoffs, Lane Kiffin's getting paid.
That's nuts.
He also gets, if he wins the SEC, he gets like $1 million. If he wins the SEC and the national championship in the same year, he gets like $4 more million. Like, yeah, the incentives and stuff in that contract on top of the guaranteed money is crazy. And then if they fire him for without a cause or whatever, he gets 80% of whatever is left of his contract. It would be his buyout. Brian Kelly's was 90%, so it's a little less. But yeah, he can still get paid for Ole Miss winning, even though he's not going to be coaching the team.
That's crazy. Jay, your thoughts?
Yeah, Joe, hang around because I got a whole lot of Cowboys talk. So you just hang out for a second while we talk this college football. Yeah, Lane Kiffin, it's a business, right? There's no more kids anymore. That kids crap, that end of the day, NIL took over. The transport portal became a real deal free agency. I mean, we're a business now. There is no more kids. There's no more amateur sports. There's no more feel-good stories. It's all about business. So if the man wants to go to a better university, because it really is, right? Like Gonzo just said, this man ain't got to do no recruiting. Them dudes going to come to him. Everybody wants to play for LSU. That's the thing about the school. People want to play for LSU. He ain't got to go in there and do no hardcore recruiting. But here's the thing for me. This is why I felt like he should have stayed he should have stayed at Ole Miss. If you go to LSU and you get a national title, well, that's what you were supposed to do because it's LSU. So it's not that it does have weight, right? Everybody wants to get a national title, but does it really have as much weight as if he'd have brought one to Ole Miss? You get a title at Ole Miss, there's a little bit more weight behind that because nobody really expects it. It's harder to work for, right? The expectation you go to LSU is you will get a national title because it's LSU and you're Lane freaking Kiffin. So this is supposed to happen. But nobody was really thinking it was going to happen at Ole Miss.
Brian Kelly couldn't win that championship at LSU.
No, but what I'm saying though, the expectation for him though is to win at LSU.
But
I'm not saying
Brian Kelly
a national title still carries weight. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying it doesn't feel as good as if he'd got it at Ole Miss, right? Because he couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I see what you're saying to a certain degree, but it has changed, like you said, with NIL. That changes things for everybody a little bit. But I don't disagree with you.
Yes.
Big Lane.
Lane Kiffin's going to do what Lane Kiffin wants, and I'm wholeheartedly behind that, obviously. Go where the money is in that way. I mean, people are going to be upset with you at the end of the day, but, that's a part of life, and it kind of goes into that documentary that he had done for ESPN. So you got to be put in a situation you feel uncomfortable in to better improve your life. So anyways, I think that's insane that he's getting them incentives for every playoff win and stuff. I need him as my agent.
Yeah, most definitely. Guys, let's go into some games that happened over Friday and Saturday, college games. I'm going to give just a few scores real quick, and I got 4 games to go over, and then we'll get into the NFL. IU won 56-3 over Purdue. Texas, big victory. Number 16, Texas, 27. Texas A&M, 17. Number 4, Georgia, 16. Number 23, Georgia Tech, 9. Ohio State, number 1, Ohio State, 27. Michigan, number 15, Michigan, 9. Number 4, Oregon, 26. Washington, 14. We had number 8, Oklahoma 17, LSU 13, number 10, Alabama 27, Auburn 20, and we had number 13, Miami winning 38-7 over number 22, Pittsburgh. First game I wanted to jump into was the Texas game. Texas winning 27-17. Texas 397 total yards, 179 passing. Hey man, the rushing game showed up. It's something they needed. 218 yards rushing. Texas A&M had 17 points, of course. 337 total yards, 180 passing, 157 yards rushing, and a big key for them was 2 turnovers. So, pretty good game. Watched most of it. Really impressed with Texas rushing, and thought they really played well, especially in the second half. Jay, your thoughts on the big win for Texas?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big win, right? It's not going to be big enough to get them in the playoffs. I mean, like Glenn were talking about earlier, I think they're going to still need some help there. Some other teams losing maybe to get in, but what I did like about this team is if this is the last of it for Texas this year anyway, that's a good way to go out and a good way to get ready for next season under Archie. A big win like that really does a lot for his confidence going into next season. I think Archie's grown a lot over the course of this season as a player, right? I think we've all seen him kind of grow. The defense is still kind of an issue for me. We'll see but they did show up. The run game and Wisner, I think he had 155, something like that on the ground. The run game showed up. So all the assets that typically haven't shown up showed up in this game. And you saw them 27-17 over one of the best teams in the country. So they can play with these guys. But they still got some more growing to do. But I'm really pleased with the way the season, if it does come to an end, I'm glad it came to an end like this, going out against a top-ranked team and having the game that they had, because I really think it sets the tone coming into next season.
Okay. Chris?
Didn't surprise me. I actually picked Texas to win the game on Friday, even though I didn't want to pick Texas just because I didn't want to pick Texas because of Jay, but I did pick Texas.
I know.
I've been telling you all year that I thought Texas A&M was a little overranked. I didn't think they were the third best team. They got to play a pretty easy schedule in the SEC. I'm not saying the SEC is easy conference, but they didn't have to play. They didn't have to play all the top teams in the SEC on their schedule this year. They didn't play Georgia. They didn't play Alabama. They didn't have to play those teams. They had a weaker schedule, a weaker conference schedule than a lot of the other SEC.
But Texas did play Georgia, though. Are you talking about Georgia or are you talking about A&M?
I'm talking about Texas A&M. Texas A&M.
A&M didn't. A&M didn't play.
I'm saying Texas A&M has played a weak schedule in the SEC compared to the other SEC teams.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was saying. No, I wasn't talking about Texas. I was talking about Texas A&M. That's why I felt like they've been overrated a little bit all year. Their biggest win is Notre Dame. Everybody tries to tell me Notre Dame shouldn't be in the playoffs. So if that's their best win,
I agree with you. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
No, Texas looked good. I don't think Texas gets in. Just because, honestly, I think the top, what they basically had the top 10 at last week is pretty much probably what's going to be in, just going to be in different order. Texas A&M is going to move down. They're not going to move all the way out.
I think the 7. Yeah. I think there'll be 7. 6 or 7 is what I think. Chris, let me ask you this. Let me ask all you guys this real quick. Alabama loses. Let's say Alabama loses to Georgia. Gives them the 3rd loss. I know it is the conference championship game, but if they're ranked 10th, could they drop out and could Texas get in? Because Texas would have the same record. They didn't make the conference championship. That's true, but they would have the same record as Alabama. Alabama's got a bad loss against Florida State, and Texas got a bad loss against Florida. They would have beat Georgia once, and I think that I forget the other ranked team. They beat other couple ranked teams, but Texas would have beat a number 3 and a number 8 in Oklahoma. So, could you see a possibility? Could Texas squeak, or could Alabama fall out? Texas don't make it, and one of these 2-loss teams. What if Texas Tech loses to BYU? Do BYU and Texas Tech both make it? Especially if that's the only loss Texas Tech will be their 2nd loss. and I think if BYU loses, they're out. I think they've got to beat Texas Tech to get into the playoffs. So what do you think? Do you think Texas can get in? It's going to take help. There's no doubt about it. They're not getting in unless it's going to have a team or two lose.
I
I
don't
think
think so, because I don't think the committee is going to punish a team for losing in the conference championship game because they're playing an extra game compared to what everybody else played. And if you look last year, they didn't really punish those teams. The only way I think Alabama could fall out is if they just maybe got beat like 50-0. Then maybe. But if it's a competitive game at all, especially since they beat Georgia once, I don't think the team I think is in jeopardy of falling out is Notre Dame. I think if BYU beats Texas Tech, there's a good possibility that Notre Dame might not get in.
And I don't think they should get in.
And I think would be real bad because I think Notre Dame's one of the top five teams in the country myself. But the way they got Notre Dame, they had Notre Dame at 8 or 9. I mean, and if BYU was to beat Texas Tech, now they're not going to drop Texas Tech all the way out. I don't think.
Well, they'd have losses. They
could. If they drop Texas Tech all the way out, Notre Dame would be all right. But if they try to leave Texas Tech and BYU in, then somebody's going to have to leave. And I think they'll choose Alabama over Notre Dame.
So here's my thing. I think as it stands now, I think we got Texas is going to get in.
I don't think there's any way right now.
Yeah.
The way things stand right now, there's no way Texas is in. Some teams got to lose.
They needed Alabama to lose to Auburn in that game.
Or Oklahoma. They needed Oklahoma to lose their game or last week, or Alabama. They really needed that. If Auburn could upset Alabama, Texas would have been in real good shape. I still think there's a chance because Alabama's only 10 right now. And I know that you're only talking about dropping a spot or two. They wouldn't drop real far, but could Texas overtake them? So I think that would be interesting.
Man, JS in 1972 said, he's talking about Lane Kiffin. He said, y'all got a snake in the grass, referring to Lane. He said he's going to do the same deal in a few years. I agree, Keith. He's talking about what he did with Tennessee and all that. Be careful, so forth. Lane's a cancer. Yeah.
Big Glenn, your thoughts on that Texas A&M game?
I saw that coming. Texas is overrated. I mean, granted, based on the committed standards, they're still a decent team supposedly. So, but I still, to go back to the previous question, I still think Texas gets in.
Okay. Next up, let's go to the game Georgia and Georgia Tech. Number 4 Georgia won 16-9 over number 23 Georgia Tech. Georgia had 260 total yards of offense, only 70 yards passing. That really surprised me. They did have 190 yards rushing, and they held the ball for over 35 minutes. Georgia Tech had 250 total yards, 181 yards passing, and 69 rushing. Jay, your thoughts on this Georgia game?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I was reading what he put on. Who did Georgia play again? I didn't even catch the Georgia game today.
Georgia
over the
Tech.
weekend. Yeah, I didn't catch that game. I was watching another game. Georgia Tech is a good team. I mean, they've been ranked most of the year. I think at one point they were ranked like number 9 or something like that. They got a good defense. They got a good team. It was an in-state game, so you knew they were going to play hard against each other. But I didn't catch it. But Georgia Tech always plays, and Georgia always play each other pretty hard.
Chris.
Yeah, it was a good game. Georgia was able to control the ball, and then Georgia's defense played pretty good. Georgia Tech tried to climb back in a little bit there toward the end, but yeah, it was Georgia doing what they needed to do, and now we get a Georgia and Alabama rematch, which should be a good game.
Yeah, I don't know about that. What do you guys think? He's asking if Alabama beats Georgia, can Alabama jump from 10th to 4th? I don't know.
Joe asked that. Joe asked about that.
I don't think they should.
Oh, Joe, I'm sorry.
This guy was asking if about Alabama. No, I agree. I think Alabama should be in there. He was talking about Alabama. He thinks Alabama should get in over Notre Dame if it came down to them two. Yeah. You have to put Alabama in there because they have the better strength of schedule and the better wins.
Quick question though, Chris. Do you put Alabama in with 3 losses over Notre Dame with 2 losses?
I think you do. I think that's a penalty to Notre Dame for not being in the conference and not having an opportunity to play in the conference championship. You want to be independent, make your strength of schedule match up to some of these some of these conferences have to play.
Okay,
I agree with that 100%.
Okay, well, what about Texas? Texas played Ohio State, number 1 team, number 2 team at that
I
time.
agree.
Texas, number 1. And
Texas
if
should be
Texas would
in
have played
over.
cupcake, if Texas would have played a cupcake like Alabama did the first game of the year, IU did, Ohio State, or not Ohio State, excuse me, Ohio State played a good game. But most teams played cupcakes that first game of the year. If Texas played cupcake that game and only have 2 losses, Texas is in right now.
Well, the problem is the way they're guarantee certain conferences spots where you're going to have a Tulane team and whoever wins the ACC in that shouldn't be in, and they're going to get a spot over a team like Texas that should be in over them, or even like a team like Miami. I feel like should be in over them, but them teams aren't going to get in because you have to have your highest ranked non-5 and one representative from each of the Power 5 conferences. I don't get rid of that and put the best 12. You try to get the best 12.
I agree with that. It should be the best 12, not representative from conferences.
Yeah, I totally agree. Big Glenn, your thoughts on Georgia Tech?
I would like to see Georgia Tech play better than what they did, but Georgia doing Georgia thing, so that's gonna be a good game Saturday.
Yeah. Next game up, guys. Ohio State defeated Michigan. Ended up beating them pretty good in the second half. Ohio State 419 yards of total offense, 233 passing, 186 rushing. Held the ball for 40 minutes of the game. So that was the big thing. Michigan did a pretty good job in the first half. Had 100 yards rushing, I think, in the first half. They ended up with 100 yards rushing. That's how tough it was in the second half. Had only 163 yards total. Both teams had a turnover. Ohio State looked really good that second half and put it on Michigan pretty good. Chris, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, Michigan played a real good first half, other than settling for field goals. They needed to get a couple touchdowns out of them three drives to try to really put the pressure on Ohio State. But then in the second half, Michigan just couldn't get nothing going offensively at all. The Ohio State defense really took over. I mean, I figured Ohio State would win. You just never know when them two teams play, because like last year, everybody thought Ohio State would win as well. But yeah, they Ohio State looked good, and now we get the matchup next Saturday night that we've been waiting for.
Yeah, Ohio State feels good. I'll go ahead and go for this one, Tony. I'm ready to shoot on this sumbitch. So, Ohio State got what they wanted. They wanted to beat Michigan. Fine. It's over for them on Saturday. Ohio State needs to come get these hands because we're going to kick that ass. Jay, go ahead.
No, I mean, you have to have this game, right? You have to have Michigan and Ohio. That's like the Red River Shootout with Texas and Oklahoma. I mean, it's just one of those staple games. I thought Michigan played well. I thought Ohio clearly was the better team, and Ohio won. And you're right. This was a tune-up game for Indiana, and I think Indiana is just going to get slapped around. I think Indiana's pretenders, and I think we're going to find out. Yeah.
Okay. We'll see on Saturday.
And JS 1972. Yeah, if Virginia wins, since they win they'd be the ACC conference champion game. They would be in. That's what I'm saying. They would get. You could have a 6-5 team in the damn playoffs.
Talking about Duke.
Well, Virginia.
No, he was
very good.
Virginia.
Well, Virginia's not 6-5 though.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're not very good.
Duke's got 5 losses.
Yeah, Duke has 5 losses, but if Duke wins, they could get in.
Yeah, I think Virginia's only got 1 or 2 losses, but Duke has got 5 losses.
Yeah, you're not getting the best teams in the championship like that, playing it that way. You're going to have your basic teams you expect to be there, but there's no all the other Cinderellas are kind of getting screwed a little bit in that
Yep.
sense.
So
And,
that's
and then if you do the because the way they do the bracket, the way they do the bracket, you're better off to be the 4 seed than you are the 1 seed.
Yep.
Because you're going to get to play the winner of the 12 and the 5, which is going to could be Virginia or whoever wins that game, and then the other one's Tulane, I think might be, or whoever it was. Like you actually could get a better draw by being the 4 seed than being the 1 seed, which is crazy to me. Get a better draw to get to the semifinals anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, guys. Next game up's Alabama and Auburn. I tell you what, guys, Auburn. If you look at the stats, and I didn't watch the whole game, I watched bits and pieces. Auburn outplayed them, and it wasn't for the 2 turnovers. Auburn probably wins this game. Alabama had 280 yards total offense, 122 yards passing, 158 yards rushing, and didn't have the ball 34 minutes of the game. Auburn had 411 total yards, 259 passing, 152 yards rushing. But again, the thing that killed them was the 2 turnovers. The game was at Auburn, big rivalry game. So, I mean, it's to be expected. It was going to be probably a good game. Jay, your thoughts on Alabama and Auburn?
Just one thing real quick. JS 1972, Virginia is 10-2 overall, 7-1 in conference play. They're playing against Duke, who is 6-2 in conference play and 7-5 overall. The winner of that game would get in as the ACC champion.
Yes.
So Duke that is 7-5 has a chance to get in.
Yeah.
But Virginia is 7-1 in conference and 10-2 overall. And if they win, that game, they'll be in. So whoever wins that game gets in for the ACC.
Yes. Okay, Jay.
Yeah. No, I'm right there with you. I thought,
Oh yeah, I agree with you. That is dumb. They shouldn't do it like that because if Duke wins that game, they shouldn't be in over Miami, but they also shouldn't be in over teams like Texas and other teams. So yeah, that's the way they decided to do it last year when they went to the 12.
Yeah, I still don't like that. I don't like the fact that they get a 6-5 team in there who's only in there because they're a representative. That's ridiculous to me. I think that definitely needs to be looked at. And along with the time that you open up the transfer portal, maybe you should open up a transfer portal before a big game. That might be a good step in the right direction. There's a lot of things that the NCAA should really fix, but they haven't fixed. Auburn played good. I mean, going up against Alabama. I mean, all things considered, they played a good game against Bama. Yes, they were outmatched. Yes, they lost the game, but I thought they put up a good fight. They ran the ball. They were able to pass the ball. The 2 turnovers, like you said, Tony, I agree. The 2 turnovers is ultimately what killed them when both teams are playing pretty equally. Then you got to look at the turnovers when you're turning the ball over to the other team. So I mean, yeah.
Big Lynn.
Yes. What was the game we was talking about?
Alabama and Auburn.
All right, because Jay was going on tangents. So Alabama Auburn. Auburn did a pretty good job holding up to Alabama. They just couldn't stop turning the damn ball over. If they didn't turn over the ball so damn much, they probably would have won that game.
Yes, I agree. Chris.
Yeah, I thought.
He'll be back in a second. I think he's having an issue. Well, maybe we'll get his thoughts in just a second. Hopefully he don't die on us.
I was going to say, is he going down over there? What's going on?
Hopefully he ain't done.
Oh, man. That is crazy. That is crazy.
Auburn played like Jay. Auburn could have helped you out. Auburn could have easily won that game. And if Alabama would have lost, Alabama would have been out. If they would have lost to Auburn, they'd have been done.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Again, man, I look at this. It's like, when you look at Auburn like that, I actually thought Auburn was going to get beaten much bad. The fact that it was only a 7-point game, I only watched bits and pieces of the Auburn game, but
It didn't surprise me because I'd seen Auburn play a couple times this year. They're not a. I mean, of course, they got a losing record. They're not a. I'm not a. I don't want to say they're not a good team, but I won't say they're a bad team. They're maybe middle of the road. They're in the lower half of the SEC, but the SEC is a very good conference. So, and it's a big rivalry game, and at Auburn, so it was Auburn's bowl game. So
Yeah.
I mean, so
Very
I
much so.
expected them to play well, and they did. Chris, you all right?
I think so. No, I figured it'd be a good game. 'Cause, hey, it's the Iron Bowl. That's always you can throw the records out when them two teams play each other. Alabama controlled a lot of that game, but let them hang around, and Auburn made some plays there in that fourth quarter to get back in and give herself a chance to win there at the end. But no, Alabama done what they had to do and got the big win. But yeah, I figured it was going to be a hard fought game, and Auburn made it interesting there in the last 10, 11 minutes of that game.
Yep, I agree. Okay, guys, we're going to move on from college, and we're going to go to the NFL. We'll give some scores here real quick, and then we'll talk some games. The Bears won 24-15 over Philadelphia, big win for them. Miami defeated New Orleans 21-17. Houston beat the Colts 20-16. The Jets 27, Atlanta 24. San Francisco 26, Cleveland 8. Carolina 31, Rams 28. Big win for Carolina. Jacksonville 25, Tennessee 3. Tampa Bay 20, Arizona 17. Seattle 26, Minnesota 0. Buffalo 23, Pittsburgh 7. The Chargers all over the Raiders 31-14. And in a crazy Sunday night game, the Broncos winning 27-26 in overtime. Before I get to the games we're going to talk to, I'm going to give Jay an opportunity to talk a little bit. We already talked about the Dallas and Kansas City game on Friday. But of course, Jay wasn't here. So I'm going to let Jay talk a little bit with his thoughts real quick on Dallas and Kansas City.
Go get him, Jay.
Man, listen, like I told you, Martin, I felt like all three components of our game showed up. I felt like the offense was there, I felt like the defense was there, and I felt like special teams did their jobs. And anytime you can get Cowboys on all three phases doing well, then like I said, we can match up with anybody. And I'll stand behind that. We can match up with anybody. I feel like we got the wide receivers. I feel like we got the tight end. I feel like we got the running back. And we got a pretty good offensive line. And we actually this year have some pretty decent play calling. The only weakness that we still have is still that secondary, right? I mean, that's still our weakness, our Achilles heel. And you can even say the pass rush is typically a little bit of an Achilles heel. But we did have a little bit of a rush the other night. I thought Jadeveon got in on one and so forth. So I'm good with where the Cowboys are, man. Honestly, I'm good. I think we're gathering up some momentum. We're stacking up some good wins against the Eagles. Come out that Eagles win into the Chiefs win. And then we still got the Lions coming up next in the trifecta. And I think if we get the Lions and we take it to the Lions, we just don't give up the run play, right? We let them focus on the pass play and let that be where it stands. And make sure we have our run game and pass game going. I think we can match up with anybody in the league, man. No doubt about it. And I think I was skeptical about the Brian Schottenheimer hire. I was like, damn it, here we go. But I got to give Brian his due and his credit, man. The team is playing a lot more disciplined. He's carrying forward the discipline. He's put a pretty good culture over there. So I like what Brian's done with the Cowboys. I certainly didn't expect it, and I think he's doing well. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree, Jay. And one thing too, I'm a little surprised. A lot of people were really down on the trade that Dallas made to get them a couple of players on the defensive line and linebacker. And I was one that thought that it would pan out, but I thought it would take more time, maybe even next year. But it has panned out a little bit already. And so got to give Jerry a little bit of credit. That move seems like it's paying off some already.
I think the biggest thing for the Cowboys going into free agency and going into the draft is going to be that defense. But they've got to be heavily defensive focused on the edge rush and on the secondary. That's where I'd probably be putting my chips right now.
One other big key, they got to get Pickens signed, and they got to get Williams signed. And Williams. Both those guys are free agents. So that's big. I mean, that's huge because I think Williams.
Does somebody say deferred money?
Yeah.
Sure.
Actual Shohei Ohtani.
Williams has been outstanding for them, and so is Pickens.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Guys, the first game I wanted to talk about was Chicago and Philadelphia. Chicago winning that game 24-15. Chicago really put it on them, man, especially that second half. 425 total yards of offense for Chicago, 144 yards passing, 288 yards rushing on Philadelphia. I mean, they just knocked Philadelphia all over that field, man. The offensive and defensive lines. 39 minutes. They had about 39 minutes of that game. Philadelphia had 317 total yards offense, 230 passing, only 87 rushing, and 2 key turnovers. So, man, Chicago, I wasn't a believer, but I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it comes to a time you just have to say, man, are they the better team than the other teams in the NFC? I don't think necessarily, but hey, man, they got things going and they're playing really well right now. So you got to believe in them to a certain degree. Chris, your thoughts?
All right. Well, first of all, at JS 1972, after the show, get a hold of Jay about that. He can talk to you about wanting to come on sometime.
Okay.
But the Bears, I don't know. They're a weird team. I still don't believe in them 100%, but they are they're playing some good football, finding ways to win games. So we'll see what they do. I think they got a pretty tough schedule left, though. So we'll see what they do the second half of the schedule here. If they'll be able to hold on to first place, but they put themselves in prime position heading into the last part of the season.
Yeah, I agree.
They still got to play the Packers twice. They play the 49ers, the Lions.
Yeah, they got a tough schedule.
And the Browns is the other team they play.
Not really. I mean, I know the Browns got a good defense. I don't know if the Browns can put up enough points to play with.
Yeah, Browns are best team in the league. They got the best quarterback in the league now. What are you talking about?
All right, calm down. All right.
If they would started Sanders at the beginning of the season, they probably in number one position in the AFC North.
Oh, so some of them,
right.
hey, some of them guys already talking. Should Sanders even be the quarterback the rest of the season? Maybe they should go back to Gabriel. I seen that talk today. So they fall fast and quick on that stuff. Jay, your thoughts on Chicago, Philadelphia?
Chris, first of all, the man is legendary. You don't put a legendary person in the corner, Chris. Come on. I expect better out of you. We don't put legendary people in the corner. You know better than that. Man, down goes the Eagles. Looking like some KFC up there running around with your spicy buffalo sauce. God, the time to be alive. I freaking love it. I love it. Nobody is going to ever enjoy the pain of watching the Eagles go down more than this guy.
And watching Philly sports guy.
I swear to hey, listen, only half of you feels bad. The other half of you is right wherever the culture doing. You just sit there and eat your egg foo young or whatever it is you eat on a Monday afternoon.
Egg foo young.
Yeah.
Listen, it's amazing, man. It is. It really is. I mean, they went up against the Chicago Bears, who last year nobody gave a shot in hell. Certainly not me. Ben Johnson goes in there, creates a culture, gets people thinking differently, and all of a sudden the Bears come out of nowhere looking like the thief in the night, taking titles away. It's crazy. But they have. And Mike Hughes is probably over there grinning from ear to ear right now. I can't think of a happier person in the world right now than Mike Hughes, probably, except for me, because I'm glad anytime Philly sports guy goes down, I get happy. And look, we're not that far behind them, honestly. Now, I might say we're going to catch them. I don't know. But we still got a long schedule to go through. But it certainly looks better today than it did about 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, I was trying to figure out the meaning of my life. Now I feel like, hey, maybe they're going to do something this year. Maybe the TP will come down to Major League. Maybe I will become a fan all over again. I don't know. But it's looking good. And I'm looking happy about it. George Pickens is certainly looking like a superstar. He's playing like a superstar. He's playing way better than he ever did in Pittsburgh. What a time to be alive, man. Jeez.
Got that right.
I'm looking at the Cowboys differently. I don't know about you guys, but I am. I'm looking at the Cowboys a little bit different. I'm not saying we're Super Bowl bound, but I'm looking at the Cowboys a little bit differently right now. You know, if I had a running back, I wouldn't want to go up against their front seven.
I thought we were talking about the Bears. How the hell?
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for somebody to say so.
Evidently.
Yeah. We care about their Bears. Talk about Cowboys.
But,
the freaking Bears.
Truth Nation, thanks. We appreciate that.
All right, so the Bears. I don't know what the fuck I did, but I've been picking the Bears for the last month, and they've won every one of the fucking games since November 1st. It's insane. It's actually kind of funny. And I know Mike Hughes is happy and shit, so Mike Hughes and Rob Scott. So all I gotta say is bear down, guys.
Now, I've got a couple of brothers that are thrilled because they've been they've been Bears for fans for a long, long time. So they've been suffering for quite a while. So they got to be pretty happy, I'm sure. Chris, your thoughts on this? You already gave yours in on the Bears. Okay. Yeah. I think everybody did the Bears. Okay, let's move on.
Can we talk about the Cowboys again real quick?
No. Let's talk about Houston and Indy. Unfortunately, Houston winning that game 20-16.
I have to talk about this game?
Yeah, unfortunately.
364 total yards of offense for Houston, 256 passing, 108 rushing. Had the ball for 35 minutes. The Colts had 281 yards of total offense, 86 rushing, 195 yards passing. Didn't play a bad game. Decent offensively. Not bad defensively, honestly. Houston's going to be a tough team to beat if they can score 20 points a game. If they can score 20 points a game, they're going to be a hard team to beat. That's just the way it is right now. Their defense is outstanding. It's not easy, and I'm usually not one of these guys, Jay. I usually very seldom do I say, man, the officials. But I tell you what, on a series of 3 plays, on one series, how the officials can get 3 in a row wrong. They even got an extra point wrong. Counting an extra point, and it wasn't no good. That penalty call they made was terrible. I mean, it was terrible. But I'm gonna be straight up honest. That's not why we lost the game.
Nope.
I mean, did it help? Hell no, it didn't help. But it is not why we cost the game. And I usually don't say nothing about the officials. Very seldom. That was bad. That was really me and my wife was in there yelling at the damn TV about that extra point.
What the fuck, you know?
Yeah. How? And I said, well, they're going to review that and they're going to change it. They still didn't change it. And it's bad when J.J. Watt is the announcer and he's from Houston and he's sitting there saying, what are these officials doing? I mean, he was putting it on the officials. So it was bad in that way. But the Colts got to play better. I tell you, I'm not going to make excuses. But I can tell a difference in Daniel Jones. I mean, the dude's got a broken bone in his leg. He can't move side to side, and he's not doing as many running plays, so it's affecting him. I thought he passed the ball fine. I thought he played well in the pocket, except he's just not mobile as he was. And you're not going to be with a broken leg. So that's not an excuse. I mean, if he can't do it, then put in the backup. And you know the backup can't do it, so that's why he's in there. So, hey. I just hope the Colts. We got off to a good start. We've lost 3 of our last 4. We got a very tough schedule. The key is we've got to beat Jacksonville on Sunday, get things going, and the main thing is to win our last 3 conference games. We win our last 3 conference games, we're going to win our conference. So that's what we need to do and focus on. Of course, it didn't help us. We got an injury on defense again. Sauce got hurt, unfortunately. I did see a thing. They expect him to maybe be back in a couple of weeks, so that was kind of good news. I was worried it might be the season, so they're thinking it might just be a couple of weeks. So, and we'll go from there. Chris, your thoughts on the Indianapolis Colts in this game with Houston?
It was a good game. Colts didn't play bad. Biggest difference in this game to me was Colts defense not being able to get off the field on 3rd down. They let the Texans drive down there, and then we'd hold them to field goals. But we were letting them possess the ball too long. And I think a big thing with that is we're missing DeForest Buckner. Get him back. I think that'll help. But other than that, I mean, the Colts didn't play bad. Daniel Jones didn't play bad. You can't tell it is him not being able to move does affect our offense a little bit because there's no threat of him running the ball anymore. I mean, he's a guy that can run the ball pretty good, so you don't have that threat. But the loss on him yesterday wasn't on Daniel Jones. Like, it wasn't that he played bad, because he made some good throws. But I disagree with you on one thing. The referees, I'm not going to say they cost us the game, but they definitely made sure that game didn't go to at least overtime.
No,
because they would have. Houston was going to get ready to attempt like a 48-yard field goal, so they probably would have got 3 points out of that. Then the Colts ended up getting a field goal, so the game would have went in overtime. But not only did they should have been a delay game.
Yeah.
On that play.
Definitely.
This is on the same play. On the same play, it should have been a delay game, and then you call a phantom pass interference.
Yep.
And then they run a play. They get the touchdown that they should have. That play should have never ran. And then they missed the extra point, and you count it.
It was rough.
But the other thing that killed the Colts, though, was missing an extra point early in the game, because you still would have already been within a field goal, and at the end you could have kicked the field goal and tied the game.
Yep.
So but no, it was two good teams. It was a good football game. But yeah, and not just the Colts game. Referees all over yesterday in a lot of games were terrible. There was a lot. Face masking. Hell, they got Tyler Warren. The dude grabbed Tyler Warren's face mask and rode him down the field, and they didn't call it there on that last drive. Like we didn't
get any breaks. That happened sometimes.
But hey, like I said, I saw another game yesterday as well. Washington, I thought, got kind of screwed a couple times last night in that Sunday night game with a couple calls.
Yep.
The dude tripped Mariota, and Mariota would have had a first down, and they didn't call it tripping.
I do want to talk about that Washington game before we get out of here too.
Like they missed the referees are missing too. It just seems like the referees are missing more and more calls than what they used to.
Yep. Okay, Big Lynn.
Yeah, it was awful.
It smells like butt hurt.
Yeah,
it smells like a whole lot of butt hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, Glenn.
He's the guy done yesterday, man. Great defensive effort. I'm not even gonna talk about the referees, because don't leave the game up to the refs in that way. But the thing is, we gotta play better. Daniel Jones, he needs to figure out if he wants to play or if he's gonna hurt the team by being out there. I'm not saying putting in Anthony Richardson, but they need to be figuring out something. Who
the hell are you going to put in there?
Shit.
There's not much choice. I'd rather have Daniel Jones in a freaking wheelchair.
Damn. That bad, Tony, huh?
Jones, I thought Jones played fine. You could tell he can't really. He can't run like he used to, but he still played. Like I said, he wasn't the reason we lost the game.
No,
Can somebody put radio in, please? Can somebody put radio in?
Man, I am beginning to think that this injury is affecting him a lot, and it doesn't help with Shane Steichen's play calling as well. He did get the ball to JT a little bit more yesterday, but man, we got a lot of questions that needs to be answered right now if we're going to be talking serious and having a shot to win the AFC South.
Yeah, he used Taylor a lot better yesterday, but I thought he came out at the beginning of the game passing too much.
Yeah.
In the first quarter. After that, we started getting Taylor involved, but it seemed like that first quarter we were trying to pass the ball a little too much before we were trying to get Taylor going. But Taylor ended up with 21 carries. That's not too bad. Plus, he had some receptions, so I can't complain. But I do think we're getting maybe a little pass happy at the beginning of the game.
Okay, Jay.
Yeah. God. Talking about these Colts hurts my head. You guys got so many excuses. It's ridiculous. Rest this. Injuries that. Daniel Jones has a hairline fracture. Okay. Cry me a fucking river. So does the Pacers and every other team y'all guys deal with. You guys are cursed out there in Indiana.
Hey,
I think Indiana's cursed, though.
Do you remember the first 5 games of Dallas this year?
I do. They were terrible.
Yeah.
Man, how them times have changed a little bit.
It has.
Hey, no, seriously though, I really do think you guys are a little bit cursed out there, man. With injuries. Pacers, God, nobody can get injured more than them dudes. Indiana, excuse me, the Colts now, you guys got some nursing injuries over there. It's just y'all can't get away from it, man. I think Indiana rises you guys up and then lets you down with the follow-up. I'm just saying. I think the Indiana Ohio college
Don't,
Big
hey,
Ten
don't even start
championship
with that
game.
shit.
I'm
No,
just
Jay.
saying.
No, yeah, you won't
I'm
start
just
this shit with
saying. I
me.
think there's an
No, you
upset
ain't.
coming y'all's way. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be
It comes
upset.
in threes.
Ohio State gonna be upset. That's why no one upset. We're gonna be talking
Hey,
about today.
I almost don't recognize you, Glenn. I don't know
Yeah,
what side's talking to me right now. But hold on a minute.
Hey,
Let
wait a
me
minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Is Texas playing in the conference championship game this weekend?
shoot,
Oh.
Chris.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No.
I
No, we
think so.
don't. But you are.
yes, we are.
And you're gonna get beat. But it's okay.
We'll see.
Hey,
I do
at least
want to say one thing to
at least we
wrap
have
it
a
up.
chance to win a
Hold
conference championship.
on. One thing to wrap it up. I told you the Colts suck ass. Y'all didn't want to believe me. Y'all wanted to get up on that hype train. I told you the Colts ain't going no. I told you, Chris. I told you. Now you got Danny Downs walking around like Danny Two-Picks. I told you, I'll get Mr. Pink again.
That shit.
I'll get Mr. Pink again.
Because every
Mr.
time
Pink's
you
been
talk
calling
shit like that,
correct all
telling me my
year.
team is done, you know what happens?
Your
We
team
come
done.
back and go on a run. You were
Do I
talking
need to
shit
go
about
get Mr.
IU.
Pink again?
Wait a
I'll
minute.
take out your
Wait a minute.
quarterback. Oh, I
You were
take out
talking shit
quarterback.
about IU when Penn State was beating us before that game was over. What happened?
Yeah.
IU
Shoot, Chris.
keep talking shit about the
Yeah, I
Colts.
love
Yes.
that. That
We'll
was
go
good.
on a
That was
run.
good.
We'll go on a
That
run.
was
So keep
good. That
talking
was good.
shit.
Hey, I got
Okay,
Mr.
guys.
Pink. Mr. Pink's going to be in your future. I'm just saying.
All right, guys, let's move on to really crazy game. Carolina 31, the Rams 28. Carolina 358 yards of total offense, 195 passing, 164 yards rushing. Had the ball for 35 minutes. The Rams offense did pretty good moving the ball and everything. 379 total yards of offense, 227 passing, 152 yards of rushing. Key to this game, guys, was the Rams 3 turnovers. That's what cost them the game. There's no doubt about it. But I'm not going to make excuses. Hey, man, Carolina forced those turnovers. Carolina took advantage of those turnovers. And Carolina now setting a record of, I think, 7 wins. What are they now? They are 7-6 and in the hunt for the division with Tampa Bay. And who knows, maybe even who can't rule them out completely from the wild card. So you got to give Carolina a lot of credit, man. They've turned that team around, and none of us expected this. So, Jay, your thoughts on Carolina?
My biggest thought on Carolina is Bryce Young. I really did not think much about this guy. I didn't think he was going to be the real deal, and I still don't know about him 100%. But if you look at this Tampa game, I mean, if you look at the Rams game that he played, you almost got to think about him a little bit. So maybe Bryce Young, he just needs some time to matriculate or get himself together. But he's quietly got this damn not the Rams. He's quietly got this Carolina Panthers team going in the right direction, and they're sneaking up on people. They snuck up on me. I didn't see this game. I didn't have Carolina beating the Rams. Young went out there threw 206, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. This is from a guy who's about the same size as Drew Brees. I mean, he's a small guy. Yep. He's not out there talking to a mess. Hey, I couldn't see over my guy, so I couldn't throw it in the block. He ain't doing that. He moving around left, right, whatever he's got to do and gets the ball to him. I mean, I like what Bryce Young is doing. I think you saw him at Alabama. He did a good job out there at Alabama. Even in some tough games where he got down, he still battled back and kept his team in it. And I think you're seeing that version of Bryce Young in the NFL.
Yes. Chris, your thoughts on this game?
Ended up being a lot better game than what I thought. I figured it'd be a decent game, but I thought the Rams would win. Matthew Stafford played his first bad game of the year, and it ended up costing the Rams the game. You can't turn the ball over 3 times. Key for Carolina is that they get that run game going. They get the run game going. They're a whole when they got both them running backs, Hubbard and Dowdle going. They're a whole different team. It opens everything up makes it a lot easier on Bryce Young because they can go to their play action. Bryce Young now has 11 fourth quarter comeback wins already in his career, is the most for anybody to do it at this early of an age. He was the youngest player to do it. So they're quietly building that up down there in Carolina. They still have, I think, a little bit of ways to go, but you can definitely see the improvement. And to me, for the Rams, it was just you'd won like 6 in a row. You had one of them days where you made some mistakes, and Carolina was able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, most definitely. And Big Lynn.
A little bit shocked, but kind of not surprised at the same time with Carolina winning there. So
All right, guys, let's move on to Buffalo and Pittsburgh. Buffalo won at 26-7. Buffalo 372 yards of total offense, 123 pass, 249 rushing. Man, Buffalo cooking it, and also Davis, man, really rushing the football well. Had the ball for 42 minutes of this game. They did have 2 turnovers, but really controlled the ball. Pittsburgh 166 total yards of offense, 108 passing, 58 yards rushing, and also had 2 turnovers. The game was close in the first half, and then Buffalo took over. Chris, your thoughts on this game?
If NFL games were only 1.5, the Pittsburgh Steelers would be real fucking good. They can play good for 1/2 of football. This is like the second or third time in a row they've been winning the game at halftime and then come out in the second half and can't do nothing. A few weeks ago against the Packers, they were up 16-7 at half and then got beat like 40-16. And then the same thing here. They get up and then can't do nothing in the second half at all. Aaron Rodgers got banged up more. That dude has a broken nose now. Like he was looking rough over there.
He was.
Pittsburgh's problem is they spend all their money and they got the highest paid defense in the NFL, and they can't stop nobody. Like their defense is so up and down. One game they'll look. A couple games they've looked decent, and other than that, teams have been able to run the ball on them, been able to be able to throw the ball decent. So yeah, their defense has really let them down so far this year, in my opinion, with the Steelers, and starting to get pretty loud over there about is Mike Tomlin going to be, are they going to move on from Mike Tomlin at the end of the season?
What do you think? You think it's time?
I don't know. It's tough because I mean he's a good coach, but he hasn't been. It's been a long time since he's been able to even get you in the playoffs. So yeah, I mean, it's a tough decision because you could bring in somebody else and you could turn into the Cleveland Browns and not be good for 30 years. Do you want to be competitive or are you trying to win the Super Bowl? You just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it might be the right move for both of them. Not only for Pittsburgh, I think
because Tomlin will get a job somewhere else.
Oh yeah,
no doubt.
I think he's a great coach. I just think maybe it's time for him to go somewhere else and maybe Pittsburgh to try something different.
Yeah. Big Lynn, your thoughts?
Buffalo got done. It wasn't pretty, but man, somebody made a joke on when Aaron Rodgers was looking pretty rough, man. Somebody was saying that the trainer told him no perks or DMT yesterday when they posted that picture, so that was pretty funny. But man, whether or not if Mike Tomlin was going to be fired, I mean, Pittsburgh has only had 3 coaches since 1969, and Mike Tomlin being the 3rd coach. I really have a hard time seeing them fire Tomlin. So
I don't think they'll term it as a firing. I think there'll be a mutual agreement with how they'll announce it.
Yeah,
mutual agreement on both parties. I don't think they'll ever say he's fired.
Yeah, because you know how Pittsburgh's done it every year. Then again, though, it could be a situation where Mike Tomlin can be with them for another decade. So.
Never know.
Yeah.
Jay.
Well, it's one good thing about the Pittsburgh family is when they do select a coach, they usually select it right the first time because they do a lot of due diligence and they don't just jump the gun and fire and hire. So that's one thing that's about the Pittsburgh Steelers is consistency. It's a very consistent organization in the way they do their business. In terms of this, I mean, I saw Rodgers get hit a couple of times where his damn helmet was sideways and he was looking out of his ear hole. I mean, that wasn't even like halfway playing. Like he literally had to turn his damn helmet around. So yeah, I mean, when the dude's got blood coming off of his nose, and he's like Father Time out there, it's time to go. It's time to bring it in, call it a day, pack up a lunch, and go to the house and order Subway. At that point. And like Chris said, they put a lot of money on that defense, but that offense is looking horrible. 117 yards, I think, is what he had. In between him and Mason Rudolph, which didn't really do much. But Metcalf has been virtually non-existent, and that's your wide receiver 1. And pretty much everybody else, Washington and the rest of them, haven't really done much either. Fremuth, I don't even hear his name anymore. Is he even still on the team? I mean, But I mean, but they don't look like the Steelers. They don't act like the Steelers. And sometimes, even though you're a great coach, sometimes things go stale.
Yep.
And it's just time to get new blood in there, new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. And let's see if that can spark your team up a little bit. But I think right now, Mike Tomlin is just some stale bread, and he needs to find a new team and really get himself right. Because let's be honest, since Beth Roethlisberger left, he ain't had a quarterback.
Yep. I think if he leaves, and this is no contingent that he leaves, if he leaves, I think the team he will end up with, and it may surprise some of you, I think it'll be the Raiders. I think the Raiders will fire their coach already, move on from that quarterback, and start over. And I think they would bring in Tom.
Yeah, let him do. He's going to do with Geno, which is fine.
And have you guys heard who the favorite is? Maybe for the Giants, the rumor is it is Dallas's old coach.
Really, Garrett?
No, McCartney. Mike McCartney, I heard is.
They've had several coaches. Can we narrow it down to it by the decade?
Well, the last coach, Garrett's in the damn announcing booth. Nobody wants Garrett. I don't even like to listen to Garrett talk.
Why about Barry Switzer?
That'd be to me. That'd be a good hire for the Giants.
McCarthy.
Is Barry Switzer still available?
I don't even know if he's alive.
Yeah,
I like McCarthy. I think McCarthy's a good coach, and he's had success working with young quarterbacks.
Yep.
Putting him in there with Jackson Dart, I don't think that's a bad move.
I agree. Before we get to our Monday night preview, I did want to go back and talk about the Broncos' 27-26 win over Washington. The reason was I seen some people online say that Washington's coach should be fired for going for that 2-point conversion. I completely disagree with that because you're 3-8.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're 8-3, okay, I could see it. But you're 3-8. You're playing with a backup quarterback. You're missing a lot of your players. You're on the road. You got an opportunity to win this game. And in the play, if the ball don't get knocked down, he had a guy wide open. If that defensive player don't make a great play and knock that ball down, that 2-point conversion was going to be good. It wasn't. You lost the game. So now you're 3-9. Who cares? I mean, I don't think it was a mistake to go for it. I think it was the right call. I want to get your guys' opinion on that, Jay.
I don't think it was a bad call. I think he was trying to get the win. I think he felt like that was probably the best opportune time for his team to get the win, given the way they've been playing. So, I mean, if there's an opportunity to get a win, I think you go for the win. And sometimes you get, sometimes you don't. That's just the way it goes in sports. But there's no guarantee that even if you go to overtime, that you're going to have another opportunity to be that close and put it away either. I mean, you don't know. So I think for the moment's there, I think you go for it.
Well, it was overtime already. So
that's what I'm saying. I think you go for it in overtime. Well, I'm sorry if it was I mean, if the moment's there, I think you go for it. I think you take it. Unless you've been doing it all game and it hadn't been working for you, then maybe you kicked it. But if that's a one-off,
if you're 8-3, that may change it. You're 3-8, so I completely don't have a problem with it. And you're also on the road, and I don't know how much time was left. There wasn't a lot of time left in the game.
They were at home.
Oh, I thought it was on the road. I thought it was Denver.
No, the game was in Washington.
Oh, okay. My mistake. Sorry about that. But even that, I don't have a problem going for it. I really don't. I think the reason I thought it was in Denver because I've seen so many Denver fans there.
Yeah, it was in Washington.
There's a lot of Denver fans. That's why I thought it was in Denver.
Yeah.
Before I answer, I do have one question because I'll be honest. I saw the guy hit the field goal to send it in overtime. And then the next thing I know, I woke up. It was 7:00 this morning. So I missed
it. Damn, you slept good last night, yeah.
Yeah, I was watching. I was laying here watching the game, and I was like, they hit the field goal, went to commercial to get ready to go to overtime, and I woke up to my alarm going off this morning, so I didn't see the overtime. So Denver, I'm taking it. Denver had the ball first and scored.
Yes, 4 touchdowns.
Okay, so does anybody know how much time was left when Washington scored their touchdown?
I think it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
because the reason I'm asking is because if you can kick the extra point and tie the game. Denver gets the ball back. If there's only 3-4 minutes left, you might not get a chance to get that ball back.
Yes,
and they can run down and try to kick a field goal as time.
Absolutely.
So yeah, if there was 5 minutes left, I don't have no problem with it going for the 2 point. because there's no guarantee that
You can get the ball back.
even get the ball back.
Yeah, I thought it was the right call. I don't think the coach should get fired. I mean, if the coach gets fired, I don't think it should be because of that. Let's put it that way. Big Glenn, your thoughts?
This is one of the greatest Monday night or Sunday night football overtime games I've ever seen, or close to it. It's definitely up there, that's for sure. But whether or not should Dan Quinn be fired or not for the call, I mean, I see both ends of it. You know, you're 3-8. Let's get the win number 4. Try to see if we can make a run at the playoffs, even though you probably ain't getting in. But you know, it is what it is, and Dan Quinn gonna have to live with the decision. So,
Yeah, I do have one question, real quick, Jay. Who made the show headline today? This says Lane Kiffin leaves LSU. He didn't leave LSU. He left Ole Miss.
You know who made it?
Logan.
I think he meant left for. I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, I think he put. I think he just.
He forgot to put the word "for" in.
Yeah, I think that's. Yeah, I think he forgot to put 4 in there. I had to give Logan a little shit.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, that's Logan at about 3:00 in the morning. So I try not to say too much there because he might say go F off.
Hey,
Yeah.
I leave him alone.
his team's the Raiders. We gotta give him a little. Slap.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, yeah. Poor Logan, man. He just had it.
Hey,
Braves horrible, Hawks horrible, everybody's horrible.
you know what's good? That the good thing that came out this weekend for him and the Raiders was the fact that they scored more than 10 points. They scored 14 points.
Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to Monday Night Football preview. We got the Giants at New England. I think the game might be a close game. I just don't. The Giants just can't close out games. They just can't win. They can't win games. They'll be in the game, but they can't win the game. So I'm going with New England by touchdown. Chris.
Man, I think it's going to be a real good game. Honestly, Jackson Dart's going to be back for the Giants. I'm pulling up the spread. I wanted to see what the spread was.
7.5.
That's a lot.
7.5. Yeah, that's a pretty good spread.
Games in New England. I think Patriots win, but I'm gonna go with the Giants to cover the 7.5. I think this could be. I think it's going to be maybe a touchdown game or maybe a field goal game.
Okay. And Big Glenn.
Patriots get the job done. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy that made the league must have left the word 4 out. I was asking the same question.
Yeah. Jay, your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, sorry about that, Paul. We brought this guy in from Taiwan. He just learned how to speak English.
Whoa, wait now! Don't be you're going to be trying to get us in trouble. Don't be saying shit like that.
Yeah.
Hey, if the dude was from Taiwan. He got it right. That was a pure.
Hey, that was Taiwan, Texas.
Taiwan got that right.
And that's out here in Taiwan, Texas. It's next to Paris, Texas. You probably heard of it. It's just across the way from Lebanon, Texas. I mean, there's actually a city in Texas called Lebanon.
I thought it was Taiwan, Georgia.
Oh man, thing.
I think there's a Lebanon in every damn state.
Yeah.
I think Lebanon did that to screw us. New England and Giants, man, right? Jackson Dart, no Scatterbo. I wish we had Scatterbo, man. If we had Scatterbo in this game, I might tend to want to lean towards New York a little bit on this one because I just love watching Scatterbo's energy out there. But no Scatterbo, no Neighbors, somewhat of a decent defense, right? Yeah, I'm gonna go with New England on this. I think the injuries are too much. The fact that it's in New England is going to be too much, and they're going to continue to play that soft schedule up until it's time for the playoffs. So I think the Patriots write another fantastic win over New York.
Okay. Yeah, it should be a good game. I'm gonna watch if I watch the fourth quarter of it, I'll watch Monday Night Raw, of course, but I will probably check out.
I want to tell you, people do like Monday Night Raw, but I usually prefer a little lubrication, but some people like it raw. But
I thought you was Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday Raw.
We
Seven
switched the lineup a little bit.
7 days a week.
It's too much.
Too much. Getting too raw, huh?
Oh shit.
All right, guys. Let's get out of here. Hope everybody has a good Monday night. Hope you stay warm. It's pretty cold here in Indiana, about 25 degrees.
It's probably like 55 in Houston.
Hope you get some more,
It actually is 50. It's 50.
I have one
hope
thing
you
before
get some
we
more
get out
snow.
of here.
Okay.
Was it TNA that Elgin you wrestled for?
Elgin wrestled for TNA and Ring of Honor and New
Yep.
Japan.
Was it TNA or Ring of Honor that he was the champion of?
Ring of Honor.
He was a champion in TNA too, I believe.
Yeah.
But I know he wasn't Ring of Honor.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
Gonzo, I showed this in our other grid chat, but World American Freestyle Wrestling is going to be in
Yeah.
Fishers
Yeah.
later this month. So
Yeah, I plan on trying to go.
Did you see
yeah.
what I sent you, Chris, about that 2-for-1 special?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known about it sooner, though, so I could have
yeah.
planned for it.
Almost definitely. I
They
saw it
ended
today.
The end of the day.
Yeah,
today,
I saw. I was like,
Um,
I'm gonna let you guys know.
I tell you, they've been doing really well, man. I mean, they've been averaging about 5,000 people per show for a new federation, especially it's collegiate style wrestling or freestyle kind of. I mean, they average 5,000 people per show. I think this is going to be the third or fourth show. I think they're doing pretty well. They've been pretty smart, staying in the Midwest.
But no, the reason I was asking was if you're a pro wrestling fan, come check out our show tonight at 6:30. GWR Gonzo's Wrestling Room. We'll have former Ring of Honor and TNA champion Michael Elgin's going to be on the show tonight.
Yeah,
Guy at one time he was real big in the business.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure he'll probably get into some of the reason why he's not still real big in the business. Should be a very interesting conversation tonight with a guy that has really made it in the wrestling business. So check us out tonight with Michael Elgin. We go live right around 6:30.
Yeah, he was this one time on in the PWI top 500. He was ranked as high as like maybe number 34. I mean, that's how good this guy was. He's had a lot of injuries now and had some other issues. Unfortunately, still very good in the ring. Still very good in the ring. He suffered an injury at work here a few months ago and is having a lot of health issues now from that. Also,
I remember when me and Marcus went to see the WCWO. I think it was a year or so ago, and he was wrestled Zay Gates.
Yes,
Yep.
That's the best match I've ever seen. The fucking dub.
Oh yeah, dude's outstanding. No doubt about that. And
Should be a real interesting conversation tonight. So
yeah,
I just want to let everybody know about that. Come check it out tonight, right around 6:30.
Yep. Hope everybody has a good night. Stay warm if you're in a cold place. We're supposed to get some snow tonight, so
I hope it snows 25 feet and you fuckers can't get out.
That'd be fine with me. That means I don't have to get out in this cold ass weather.
Yeah. Just have that shit wait till about 6 o'clock, and it snow all the fucking once. I gotta drop off some EV orders. So.
Hey, are we picking up is it the NFL show we're picking up Tuesday night?
Tuesday night will be the NBA.
NBA, okay. I knew we were doing one of them. I can't remember if it was NBA or NFL first. Okay.
NFL Thursday. NBA's Tuesday. We're gonna start this week, guys.
Yeah. We can do that.
All right, then there you go. Tuesday, 9 Central, 10 Eastern, I think is what we agreed on, correct?
Yep.
So 9 Central, 10 Eastern. Tuesdays there's basketball, and Thursdays is football.
10 Eastern. Don't be talking about that fake time, 9 Central shit. 10 Eastern.
Yeah, I don't know who lives on that damn time zone. It's where all the crazy people hang out.
I do have a suggestion on that. Won't we say it's basketball instead of just NBA? We could talk a little college basketball
That's fine.
hoops, and same thing with NFL. We can talk NFL and why college is still going. We go out the playoffs. We can talk either or.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. You can talk about those fake ass wannabe Indiana Hoosiers over there.
Hey, watch that.
Hey, about college basketball, man. We're undefeated. Houston.
That's why we're talking basketball. I got to be. Well, I know still has a pretty good team, so I'll still.
Houston's got a good team, but Houston got beat the other day.
But I'm a Texas guy, so I can't claim the Cougars. I claim Texas.
Oh, okay.
It is what it is.
I thought
All
you
right,
didn't.
folks.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a
Hey,
minute. I'm
I
saying
was-
about the
You've
Houston
been
thing.
claiming
Now you're trying
Houston
to
Cougar basketball.
claim
You had
Texas.
some shit about Texas college basketball. Don't even start that shit. We already know you're a closet
He's switching it
Houston
up.
NFL fan too. So shut up.
yeah. Give
You
it
know
Tony.
how much shit he talking
No,
about
he
Houston
talked all
last
kinds
year
of
in
shit
the
about Houston
NCAA
Cougars
tournament.
last year. Now you ain't getting over on that one. You
Nah.
Houston
I-
Cougars.
I-
What
You
you
said it so,
about
you
that?
said it so convincingly. I thought my wife literally told me to shut up. I was like, God, he did
Yeah.
it so well.
Hey Tony, you know what's funny about that is I remember it vividly because I remember taking the Gators to win and then damn near had the score correct.
All right, man. If you enjoyed today's content, give us a like and subscribe on our YouTube page at Gonzo Sports Room, as well as Elite Sports and Entertainment Network. We always appreciate those subscribes and likes. Till next time, it's your boy Jay, Tony, Big Glenn, and little sissy Chris. Y'all be good. We out.
What?